When Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, it was one of the most mind-blowing games as far as immersion goes.
Come on. Let's go blow this thing up.
I mean, everything you did in that world felt like it had a consequence, even if it really didn't. The illusion was there to create something absolutely spectacular. And even to this day, Red Dead Redemption 2 is being compared to other open world games because it set a bar that is just simply unattainable for everyone else. Red Dead Redemption 2 was a freaking masterpiece when it came to immersion and the features it offered the player. But that was 7 years ago. Can you believe it, guys? 2018. And now here we are in 2025 with Grand Theft Auto 6 on the horizon. So today, let's talk about every confirmed and speculated feature from Red Dead Redemption 2 that will be in Grand Theft Auto 6. And I'll make sure to tell you if this is like a highly speculated thing or 100% confirmed thing. Again, guys, remember, nothing is 100% confirmed until you have a controller in your hands and you are playing the game, okay? But with these things, I can talk about them with confidence and you can expect them. All right, but real quick before we get started, it is Shoutout Time. So shout out to 2-Inch Destroyer, which incredible name, and YGB32. What am I giving them a shout out for? Well, because they asked. So if you'd like a shout out on my channel, comment and I'll shout you out in my video. And if I missed you, I'm sorry, comment again and I'll make sure and get you in the next one. So thank you 2-Inch Destroyer and YGB32. All right, back to the video. Let's talk about NPC interactions. So Red Dead Redemption 2 gave us one of the most interesting features that I think I've ever seen in a Rockstar game ever, and I absolutely love it, and every other Rockstar game feels naked without it. Except for Bully because it had a version of this. But what am I talking about? Well, that's the greet and antagonize system. So in Red Dead Redemption 2, players could interact with every NPC using contextual greet and antagonize options, creating dynamic responses and affecting reputation.
Out of the damn way!
It was really cool being able to walk around, people would say hi to you, and you could respond back.
How are you, ladies?
I'd like to be alone with you, honey.
But you could also lock onto them and say, hey buddy, how you doing? Or you could just say something totally mean and escalate the situation. And once you started to escalate a situation, there would be a diffuse option that would pop up and you could then choose to diffuse the situation. I absolutely loved it. It was really cool and it just made me feel like I could reach out and touch the world of Red Dead Redemption 2. Well, that is coming in Grand Theft Auto 6. And that comes from multiple leaks. Leaks indicate NPCs react when you aim at them, and the greet and antagonize feature from Red Dead Redemption 2 is back, giving us more interaction options. And I mean, come on, this feels like an obvious feature to bring into Grand Theft Auto 6. How could you not? It was so cool being able to mess around with NPCs in Red Dead Redemption 2. Rockstar, they're smart. They know this. It's coming back. Now, something else that was in Red Dead Redemption 2 that most players I think really enjoyed, I've only seen some people who didn't, was the honor system. So in Red Dead Redemption 2, Arthur's actions affected his honor meter, influencing NPC reactions, shop prices, and story outcomes. Well, you could get one of two endings, and it was pretty cool.
I gave you all I had. I did.
And personally, when I started the game, I like to play as a bad Arthur and then just kind of slowly have him start to do nice things and be a better person by the end of it. You know, give him a cool character arc that really played into the themes of redemption in the game. Well, Red Dead Redemption 2. Anyways, I digress. You can expect something very similar in Grand Theft Auto 6. Now, what is that? Well, it's not quite an honor system because you're a freaking criminal. No, I'm just kidding. You're a criminal in Red Dead Redemption 2. You're an outlaw. But a relationship meter, a relationship system. Leaks indicate that Red Dead Redemption 2's honor meter has been transformed into a relationship meter that shows the strength or fragility of Jason and Lucia's relationship, and it's impacted by player choice. So this system would track the protagonist relationship dynamics rather than traditional morality. And I think that's a good idea because the people who did criticize the honor system of Red Dead Redemption 2 disagreed with some of the decisions that the game said were immoral. And I think that's kind of interesting in a philosophical sense because I guess it's subjective, right? But there are some collective agreed upon things that I think we can say are good and bad. But anyways, I'm getting off topic here. You can expect a relationship meter, and you can expect it to change how the game ends with multiple endings. We're not talking 2 anymore. We're talking like 3, maybe even 4. And what endings do you think that's going to be? I've already talked about it in a previous video, and I already have an idea of what the endings are, but what do you think they'll be? Let's talk about combat and law enforcement. So this is probably going to be one of the biggest noticeable changes going from Grand Theft Auto 5 to Grand Theft Auto 6. So in Red Dead Redemption 2, you had a Deadeye mechanic. And now you did have this in Grand Theft Auto 5, but in Grand Theft Auto 5, it kind of felt like the Temu version of Deadeye. You know, it felt off-brand. I don't know, just something about it. It didn't feel right with Michael using the Deadeye mechanic or bullet time or whatever, but it just freaking rocked in Red Dead Redemption 2. Other than the orange tint that takes up the whole screen, I kind of wish that wasn't there. Even though it is cool, it would be nice to just slow down time. It felt felt punchy in Red Dead Redemption 2. It felt like it just had some serious weight, and you just felt like a total badass when you were completely surrounded and would use it and just watched everybody collapse at once. It was freaking awesome. Well, there has been some leaks, and they state that Jason has Deadeye very similar to Red Dead Redemption 2. It's going to slow down time, reveal weak spots, stuff like that, if you can remember the weak spots in Red Dead Redemption 2 that were revealed to you in Deadeye. And apparently Lucia is going to have the same ability, but hers will only be limited to one shot. And that's going to kind of, reflect Jason's military background. But something that I've seen from the trailers, and this is speculation here, is I think that Lucia is going to be better at like driving fast, all that kind of stuff. And she'll have some sort of system there, kind of like how Franklin had it in Grand Theft Auto 5. But let's talk about this new witness system, and this is something I'm so excited to see. So in Red Dead Redemption 2, every now and again you'd get a little eyeball on your HUD if you were doing something naughty, and you'd have a little tattletale running off to tell on you. Well, you'd have to track them down, either just convince them to stop, or, the other option. Well, you can expect something very similar to that in Grand Theft Auto 6, except it's looking like it's going to be expanded on. So there have been leaks saying the witness system will be very similar to Red Dead Redemption 2's, except now clothing and security cameras will play a role as well. So you'll actually have to change clothes, avoid cameras, stuff like that. And I think that's going to make doing stuff just way more immersive and cool. You'll have to really plan out how you navigate the world around you. Law enforcement will be able to recognize you, catch you on the CCTV cameras like I just said, and of course you'll still have your eyewitness reports who can call the police on you or film you and put you on social media. Police will even be able to interrogate witnesses and suspects at a crime scene. So imagine you do something, you leave, and a crime scene pops up after you're gone. You can come back and kind of see, oh, what's going on here? That last one I'm a little less certain about, but it is a leak that I found. So take that with a grain of salt. Here's something I really loved about Red Dead Redemption 2 that we are going to see in Grand Theft Auto 6, and that's a limited weapon carry system. Now in Red Dead Redemption 2, it kind of flirted with the idea of it. You could carry pretty much a whole arsenal on you, but you also stored your stuff on horses, put it in trunks, stuff like that. In Grand Theft Auto 6, leaks have said that players are going to only be able to carry 2 rifles and 2 pistols at once, while other weapons are stored in the vehicle's trunk. And I hope that leak is true because I love it. I love choosing a loadout and going to do something. It is so much fun because you have to plan, and games are no fun when they're too easy. And Grand Theft Auto 5 was way too easy. And Grand Theft Auto 4 I felt like was a little bit more challenging, and even that was a little too easy for my taste. So I'm looking for more of a challenge here. I think having a limited arsenal on you, maybe taking more damage, that's the way to go. Make combat have consequences. Make it feel real. You can fight less NPCs, and that will feel more realistic if the consequences of getting shot by those NPCs are really severe, similar to how The Last of Us kind of handles it. So I'm hoping we see combat like that. But at the very least, you can expect a limited carry system in Grand Theft Auto 6, with your vehicle kind of acting as like your horse, or your central hub. You're going to want to have your car on you everywhere you go. I think it'll be very similar to like how Cyberpunk worked, where you could basically be attached to a car, and Grand Theft Auto 5 had this too, but you always had that one car. Well, imagine being able to switch that out and call that car to you whenever you need it, or at the very least being able to know where it is, very similar to your horse in Red Dead Redemption 2. And in it, you can actually store things. So your car will have more of a purpose, which is cool because in real life, our cars, we have a connection with them because we drive them. We put our personal belongings in them. We don't want them to get broken into. So having that connection with the car in Grand Theft Auto 6, especially when you're able to like trick it out and do all sorts of cool stuff to it, it's going to feel really good. And you're going to be really mad if you get in a fender bender. But let's talk about some world systems here, stuff that adds to the immersion. Dynamic weather systems. So in Red Dead Redemption 2, it had some beautiful weather. Now, it didn't last as long as I would have liked it, like a nice, beautiful storm would roll through and then just be gone. And so, the weather was freaking awesome. So according to leaks, natural disasters like hurricanes and tornadoes are going to make an appearance in Grand Theft Auto 6. Now, we didn't have hurricanes and tornadoes in Red Dead Redemption 2. Well, that's not entirely true. We did have a hurricane or a tropical storm or something like that on the way to Guarma, but that was like a story thing in a cutscene. I'm talking, we're going to have actual storms and weather that affect the world while we're in it, playing and interacting with it. And think about the mud physics from Red Dead Redemption 2. You can expect all of those physics with the environment to be back and weather to affect it. Now, they're not exactly hiding this because you can see it in the trailer. Mud is going to be making a very big appearance in this game. It's going to be really cool. And water, so the way water interacts with the actual environment, the ground underneath your feet, it's going to play a big part in how we interact with the world. So think about roads getting slick, making car chases riskier, or fog messing with your visibility. There's going to be so many different weather scenarios, including flooding mechanics, and I am so excited to see this in Grand Theft Auto 6. Maybe you'll be able to feel humidity from the game too on your skin. I'm just kidding. But also think about how NPCs will be reacting to the weather systems in this game. So if there's a hurricane, you're going to see them preparing for it, stuff like that, maybe boarding up locations. The possibilities are really endless here. If a hurricane's coming through, you might hear about it on the radio or something like that. And, you know, the trailers start off with Jason literally fixing the roof of his place. So I think that there might be some sort of repair mechanic or something like that after a storm rolls through. Maybe that's just a story bit right there, but at the very least, expect some crazy weather. Rockstar knows we love it. It's coming. Let's talk about gore and dismemberment. So in Red Dead Redemption 2, it had kind of like a Django Unchained thing going on with like the shooting. There'd be big bloody gushes, and it was just absolutely insane. I absolutely love the gore and dismemberment in Red Dead Redemption 2, and there's all sorts of mods out there and stuff like that that make it feel even more realistic because we're all a bunch of sick freaks. But you can expect something like that in Grand Theft Auto 6. Now, maybe not as intense as Red Dead Redemption 2 because, you know, Grand Theft Auto 6 takes place in the modern world. And unfortunately, well, if you've been paying attention to the news, you know that there's a very widespread thing going on in the United States, and Rockstar might not want to, you know, get mixed up with that. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. There's a difference between being the bad boy like Rockstar's always been and being tasteless. We'll see what they do. Personally, I think we're all adults and we could take Red Dead Redemption 2's gore and dismemberment and put it in Grand Theft Auto 6 and everyone would be just fine. But we'll see what happens. I hope it is as detailed as Red Dead Redemption 2's. It's going to be more detailed though than it's ever been in a Grand Theft Auto game before. Another thing from Red Dead Redemption 2 that's coming in Grand Theft Auto 6 is a chapter-based story structure. So in Red Dead Redemption 2, the story was divided into distinct chapters with clear progression. According to leaks, again, all of this comes from leaks because I don't have the game, but according to leaks, the game is going to be split into chapters just like Red Dead Redemption 2, with 5 total chapters, apparently. Again, take this with salt. And apparently all of the alpha footage that we saw that was leaked were seen between chapters 1 through 3, which makes sense. So imagine as you move into a new chapter, stuff like that, time's going to progress, and it kind of makes sense if they're doing like a Bonnie and Clyde on the run story. You're gonna have locations physically change around you with time as things are built. And you know, that was another system that was in Red Dead Redemption 2 that you can expect to see in Grand Theft Auto 6, and that's buildings actually physically be built over time. And that system really depended on the chapter system, so you could definitely expect to see that. But what about wildlife and environmental features? Well, there's the hunting system, right? It's pretty obvious based off the trailers there's going to be hunting in Grand Theft Auto 6. There was hunting in Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, it was pretty lackluster, and that's for 3 reasons. One, the animals, they weren't as smart as they were in Red Dead Redemption 2, and really even Red Dead Redemption 1. Another thing is the shooting was really basic in Grand Theft Auto 5. It was like laser pinpoint accuracy. There was nothing fun about it. It was just point and click, and that's not fun because challenges are fun. Removing the challenge makes things kind of meaningless. Oh man, there's a lot you could unpack about life from that. But anyways, moving on. The third thing is the lack of foliage. The original Grand Theft Auto 5, it was like walking on the moon in some places because we just didn't have the hardware at the time to run a bunch of foliage everywhere. Now, even to this day, after all of the remakes and remasters and all that stuff, Grand Theft Auto 5 still feels a little naked when you go out in the wilderness. It's just how the game was designed. But in Grand Theft Auto 6, you can expect dense foliage like Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, you could see it in the trailers and fur systems, all that kind of stuff. I think we're going to see some really cool, elaborate hunting stuff in Grand Theft Auto 6. And according to leaks, that's absolutely the case. We're going to see a hunting feature very similar to Red Dead Redemption 2's, it possibly even expanded on, and more in line with maybe some traps, tips, and tricks and stuff like that that modern hunters would use. Creature design and animal models are going to be next level, next gen, absolutely incredible. And yes, that does include tracking, skinning, and even trading. But again, that is more speculative than pretty much everything else I've talked about, the last 3 things I said there. That and the weather. But it's looking very likely, and that's why it made the list. Let's talk about the artificial intelligence and physics a little bit though. So Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to have realistic NPCs with like realistic schedules, stuff like that, working jobs, building houses, maintaining relationships even. And I'm sure you can remember the videos that came out around the time of Red Dead Redemption 2's release of people following NPCs around, seeing what they were doing, looking at their routines, all that kind of stuff. Well, you can expect that to be back, except amped up to the next level. So pattern analysis, as I've discussed in a previous video, shows that Rockstar has developed, and I hate saying this word, hierarchical course graph navigation and real-time decision-making neural networks. So basically, NPCs can now make contextual driving decisions based on environmental data. Well, you've heard me talk about that. And Grand Theft Auto 6's NPC AI is looking way smarter than ever. Shopkeepers react differently depending on how you approach them, all that kind of stuff. You can expect like dynamic robberies, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be insane, the level of immersion that we're going to have with interactions interactions with the NPCs. Yes, it will be very similar to Red Dead Redemption 2, just better. And that is the only thing on here that I could pretty much say is 100% confirmed. Also, the enhanced Euphoria physics, because in Red Dead Redemption 2, the physics were absolutely outstanding. I think Grand Theft Auto 4 had the best. It was a little janky sometimes, but Red Dead Redemption 2s were absolutely incredible as well. And I think Red Dead Redemption 2 with the live leak mod on PC makes them the absolute best physics in any Rockstar game ever. Well, in Grand Theft Auto 6, multiple sources have confirmed Euphoria's return with enhancements. If you were to look at the alpha footage from 2022, you could see the physics system. It was, they're still working on it. It was in the alpha state, and they were still using the old assets from Grand Theft Auto 5 to actually just run the game and interact with the world. But it was pretty cool. And yes, Euphoria physics are making a return. So the leaks have said that you can pretty much expect more realistic character reactions and interactions. So I'm really excited to go around and just start bumping into NPCs, and I'm sure you are too. It's going to be really cool. That is pretty much also 100% confirmed. But again, I can't really see that. Let's say 99% confirmed. Does that work better for you? 99% confirmed with Soul. Oh guys, also, real quick, I wanted to tell you about the Grand Theft Auto 6 Roundtable. So if you're hyped for Grand Theft Auto 6 as much as me, and you just can't get enough of it, the GTA 6 Roundtable has you covered. It's some of the best YouTube creators currently covering Grand Theft Auto 6 getting together and talking about the game, speculating, and sharing information. It's really cool, and I think you would enjoy it. Recently, I was invited to do the last one, so it was me, Bogan Bav, GTA Infinity, and Fishy, with Sav hosting it. So if you want to check this bad boy out, you can go over to Sav's channel. The first episode is already out, and you can subscribe to him, hit that notification bell, or you can just keep a lookout at my community posts, because I'll let you know when this next episode's out. So anyways, guys, there you have it. Those are features that are confirmed, or pretty much nearly confirmed, to come from Red Dead Redemption 2 and be put into Grand Theft Auto 6. Are there any features from Red Dead Redemption 2 that I didn't mention that you would like to see in Grand Theft Auto 6? Oh, also fishing and boats. I have no idea how I did not include that. There's going to be fishing in Grand Theft Auto 6. Sorry. So let me know down in the comments if there's any features I didn't mention that you want to see in Grand Theft Auto 6. And like Dutch, do you have a plan for what you're going to do the second you get your hands on the game? What are you going to do when you get your hands on this thing? Are you going to immediately start running over NPCs and stuff? Are you going to immediately jump into the story? What are you going to do? Tell me about it in the comments. But all right, guys, my name's Dandy Andy. I make videos about all sorts of stuff lately. I really can't say that anymore. It's really been about Grand Theft Auto 6 lately. I am looking to get into other stuff, maybe Bethesda. I don't know. If there's other stuff you would like to see, let me know about it down in the comments. Other than that, here are 2 videos for you that I recommend you check out, and have a great rest of your day, night, week, year, whatever. Just stay safe out there. Peace.